exchange program, all of those programs that are specifically for youth, and showed that in her installation where she had the young people play a major role. She is forward thinking, is concerned about the next generation and about the future of Rotary, and has already put in a tremendous, tremendous effort for the district and for Rotary. And I am pleased to be able to say a few words about my friend Diana Nestorova.
Thank you, Susan. I hope that I didn't push you too hard. I am actually glad that I pushed you, because you did have really great achievements the year that you were president.
Right.
And I know that it benefited a lot your club. And I am really honored to call you my friend. We've been very close friends ever since. And Susan has stepped up to be our district Rotary chair, and we work very well together, and we will continue working for, including all our young people in our communities to work with us and to learn about Rotary values. Thanks, Susan.
Well, before we turn the meeting over to our presenter and our speaker, I would like to tell the club that we received 2 wonderful thank you notes from the Brookline Community Foundation for 2 contributions we made to the Safety Net Fund back in April, one for 2,000 and one for 1,000. As you know, the Safety Net Fund is used to provide for emergencies for individuals and families who happen to get into a particularly severe bind and are unable to
Pay their
find
rent.
other resources.
Yeah.
And in any case, I think we should do the presentation to John Connors first. So, hi, Bo.
Good afternoon.
I'd like you to introduce our Paul Harris Fellow, John Connors, if you could, please.
Steve, it would be a great honor and privilege for me to introduce my good friend, John Connors, and his lovely wife, Ursula. And I believe some of their family members are with us today as well. John joined the Brookline Rotary Club in 1981. Before the decade was out, he became our fantastic president in 1989 and 1990. The club honored John in a very special way with our most coveted award in 2002 by presenting John with the Distinguished Service Award. And this service award, the list of folks that have received that award, they've all left an indelible mark on our town of Brookline. John was the clerk magistrate of the Brookline District Court for more than 20 years. Elias Audi, who I'm looking at right now, presided over just the most beautiful ceremony last week at John and Ursula's lovely home. And at that ceremony, 2 of our finest Rotarians, Susan Howards and Roger Lipson, both outstanding attorneys, they were there, and they spoke volumes to John and about John, what a marvelous court he ran in the town of Brookline for 20 years. Ursula shared a story with me that they had to live very close to the courthouse because part of John's responsibility as clerk of court. When someone was arrested in the town of Brookline, it didn't matter what hour of the day. It could be morning or it could be, 12 o'clock at night, whenever it was, when someone posted bail for that person that was arrested, John always had to be there. So they lived a couple of miles away from the courthouse. And Ursula told me one other thing about John. He was the first clerk magistrate in the state of Massachusetts to computerize his work, and he had to send a detailed list of what went on in that courthouse every month to the State House, and John was the first one to do it by computer, so he was way ahead of himself. There's one facet of John that touches me almost more than any other, and that is we both share the love of golf. And some people think it's a crazy game, but if you love it like the two of us do, then there's nothing like it in the whole world. And John has been a member of the Charles River Country Club for, well, actually since 1961. So he's been there a long time. He's been a president of the club 2 times, and he's one of the most beloved members of the club over there. Before I turn the proceedings over to our wonderful district governor, Diana, I just want to say one more thing about John, and that is, in all the years I've known him, I've never seen him without a smile on his face and a twinkle in his eye. Before I give up here, I have my horn today because I do most of my talking with my musical instrument, but I worked up a little fanfare for John to get this distinguished Paul Harris Award today. So bear with me for 1 second. Fellow Brookline Rotarians, here he is, the man of the hour, John J. Connors.
Thank you.
Diana?
Well, Bo, I don't know how I can top up that. I do play piano, but my piano is not here, so I can't really do it.
Well, maybe we can play together someday.
And the other thing is, you may know that my daughter's an opera singer, but she's not here either. So I don't know. I cannot top up that. But that was beautiful. Thank you so much. And John, I am so honored and deeply touched that your fellow Rotary members asked me to say a few words today and to acknowledge your many years of dedication to Rotary and your commitment to your Brookline Rotary Club. And we all know that Rotary started with the vision of one man, and that was the lawyer Paul Harris in 1905 in Chicago. Continuing the legacy of the founder, the Paul Harris Fellow Program recognizes individuals who contribute or who have contributions made in their name of $1,000 to the Rotary Foundation of Rotary International. This honor was established in 1957 to show appreciation for contributions that support our annual fund, Polio Plus, or an approved foundation grant. And John Connors joined your club in 1981. It is a lifetime of commitment to Rotary and to your club. And I personally would like to thank you, John, because of the gifts like yours, the gift of serving others. The Rotary Foundation is able to carry out the programs that achieve the changes in our world. And that actually brings the flow of international understanding and brighter hopes for inclusion and peace. In becoming a Paul Harris Fellow, You join a remarkable company of people around the world, all recognized for their devotion to the ideal of goodwill, peace, and understanding. It gives me a great pleasure to present to you the Paul Harris. Ursula, would you please pin John with the Paul Harris? Thank you.
John, you
Thank you.
can.
Thank you.
So
Thank you,
if
John.
you two
Thank
would
you,
like to
John.
say a few words, you're welcome to do so. We're very honored to have you with us today. Thank you so much for coming.
For all you've done for us.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for him, because he really appreciates it. It's very nice of you.
Great.
Okay. So we move on. I'm sure Diana has a few words she wants to share with the whole club. And if she could do that, I'd appreciate it. We'd appreciate it.
I would love that, Steve. Thank you so much again. It's really special for me to present John with Paul Harris Fellow. Thank you so much for thinking of me to do that. And I am really honored to be here with you today. I know last time we met via Zoom was 23rd of April. And it's been a while, but I'm keeping in touch with most of your members, you know, either through the youth programs or through the program of installation, or Sharon and Arnie being the AGs of clubs. And we all know that we started the 2021 Rotary year with completely changed world. We do have a problem, and it is the global pandemic. But this problem also brought an opportunity. And here we are in front of each other on a screen. We talk to each other, and we can have whomever we want from wherever else in the world to be with us. Who would have thought that? In a very unexpected way, this problem opened an opportunity to connect on a deeper, more emotional level. We learned fast, we adapted, we innovated. It is said that Rotary jumped 5 years ahead since March of this year. We didn't waste a good crisis. We are people of action, Rotarians. I want to make a few moments to talk about my journey and how it relates to Rotary and to the theme of the year. I was born and grew up in Bulgaria with all the difficulties, challenges, and oppressions that a socialist regime can bring. We were told what to think, what to wear, what not to wear, what to say, who to be friends with. We were not allowed to have a different opinion, and if we did, we were reprimanded and even locked until we agreed with the doctrines of the Socialist Party. The norm was be obedient, agree, or else. Rotary clubs were outlawed as a capitalist formation. My own grandfather was persecuted as one of the members of Rotary Club in Bulgaria. And this is my background. But I cannot be more grateful to the free world, to this country, for the opportunities that were offered to me and my family. I build upon my knowledge and skills and experience in socialist Bulgaria and put everything that I had, my passion, my action, my work. And I work tirelessly to make sure that every single voice is heard and respected. That no one tells you what to do, what to say, what to think on either side, on all sides of the social and political spectrum. Every year in January, the new Rotary theme is announced at the International District Assembly. And our Rotary International President, Holger Kerak, who's from the Hamburg area of Germany, couldn't have chosen more fitting theme for 2021 than Rotary Opens Opportunities. Now, more than ever, Rotary opens opportunities for service, leadership, and friendship through the online connectivity. Our acts of service, big or small, create opportunities for people who need us. And every act of service will inspire and transform us. So it comes full circle. Now you do understand how the theme resonates with me. We open opportunities for all involved. Joyce, if you do have the multimedia, you can just show it to us now. If not, that's okay. Thank you, Joyce. Thank you. You see, again, talking about opportunities. That multimedia was actually made for us in the Philippines by a young member of one of their Rotary clubs who owns a multimedia company. And I reach out to him and I say, hey, we're having our, the year starts, and I would love to have something that would reflect our Rotary district, 7, 9, 10. And that's how I got it. And honestly, if it was before March, I wouldn't be able to get that. So see, there are so many opportunities that open. And, and Susan Rack said that when she introduced me, my passion in Rotary is youth. And obviously, my priorities will be very closely related with youth. Working with young people, inviting young people to be our equal partners. And another priority is growing our clubs, which is very much connected with working with young people, because we have to have them on board. We have to have them as our partners. And obviously, finish our promise to the children of the world to eradicate polio. I always say that I like it very much. We cannot predict the future, but we can help shape it. By working with young people in Interact, Rotaract, Trial, and Exchange students, we are instilling Rotary values. We build their leadership skills. We help them learn skills for life. Young people are bright, energetic, effective, and impatient. But their impatience is their virtue. They want to get things done and see immediate results. And no time better than now to put everything on the table, test new approaches, and prepare Rotary for the future. And your club is doing a great job working with your Boston University Rotary Club. And you work together on service projects. They help you on events. They were at the installation last week. They send us materials for the video that we created. And that's the way to go. Mirroring the People of Action campaign, you know, the Rotary International People of Action campaign, our district is starting this year for the first time a district-wide new program called Youth of Action, Making a Difference. Those will be a monthly series of online and hopefully later in-person sessions where young people and Rotarians and experts will discuss the challenges and the opportunities of living in today's society. And we want to create a sustainable program that will bring together all parties and will result in doing service projects back in the communities of our young people and our Rotarians. When we say grow Rotary, yes, we know we do have a membership problem here in North America, especially in North America.
Hey, Sam.
But grow Rotary is not only about membership.
Thanks, God.
It's about awareness. It's about understanding. Grow Rotary means grow our service, grow the impact of our project. And yes, grow our membership. But it's not just because we need numbers. More members can achieve more and make a greater impact. Rotary is timeless and there is no wrong age to be a Rotarian. Growing Rotary and especially growing it with young members is a big step forward. For our new members, we have to choose them carefully and they have to be the right fit for the right club. If your club is not the right fit for potential members, you can show them the other clubs in our district and they can find better fit. We need to make sure that the club meets our members' expectations. And for current members, we have to engage and take care of them. They're our family, for good and for bad. Great way to grow Rotary is to work on service projects together with other Rotary clubs. And I know that your club expressed an interest and being willing to work with other clubs that are your neighbors, Newton, Needham, Dedham, Watertown, Wellesley. And now with the online connectivity, you can pair with any other clubs in our district and even in other districts, neighboring districts or districts all around the United States and the world. And it's good to work with your family, with your Rotary family. But better yet, we can expand the scope of clubs in our own communities by reaching out and working with local nonprofit organizations. Create a Rotary Service Corps. When you work together with nonprofits in your communities, they are exposed to Rotary, and not only nonprofits, any groups in your community. They are exposed to Rotary, and they don't have any other choice but join. Why? Because no one can resist the Rotary magic. We just need to reveal it to the world. I urge you to hold a mirror and ask ourselves if our members reflect the diversity in our communities. When we come short, we have to correct our course and face the challenge without hesitation. We want more diverse Rotary clubs, more inclusive. What is diversity? What is inclusion, you would ask? A good friend of mine shared that with me. She said, diversity is being asked to the party Inclusion is being asked to dance. We want everyone on the dance floor. And we are taking steps to ensure that happens. We recognize this opportunity as our own Rotary Renaissance. We are creating a district-wide group which will be similar to the Rotary Action Group for Peace. Stay tuned and take an interest and join us. I will send details about that later. We all know about our foundation. Our work through foundation changes lives. This is the engine through which our global humanitarian work is done. Foundation help us do our service project here in our communities and in the world. Your club has done district grants and you're planning a global grant in Nicaragua. Keep up the good work and tell your story. Send your projects for inclusion to the district newsletter, showcase them on Rotary Showcase so that the world can see what we can do. We Rotarians. And let's continue our trademark project to end polio. We must fulfill the promise that we made to the children of this world for a free polio world. I am a great believer in education and expanding your knowledge of Rotary and keeping Rotary up to date. And Rotary's face changed a lot. It changed overnight in that March day. As committed Rotarians, we should be seeking to keep ourselves up to date on all Rotary matters. Use everything. We have boundless resources. Rotary International website, the webinars, Rotary Learning Center, especially now that we are collaborating with Toastmasters International. They created modules on leadership in our Rotary Learning Center. Our district website is a great resource. Social media, and your club is doing great on that. Facebook and Twitter and your website. Very important thing that will help our newer Rotarians for this next year is that the district will sponsor 50% of the registration fee for the first session in Rotary Leadership Institute. And the Rotary Leadership Institute session that it is organized by our district will be the third Saturday in January, and you will receive more information on that as the time comes. My encouragement is to all clubs, the district pays 50%, let the club pays the other 50%, and send your younger members, newer members to the Rotary Leadership Institute. It's a great tool, it's a great resource. We all know that club is where Rotary happens. It is the most important unit in the entire organization. The club is autonomous. But you have your friends in other clubs. You have your friends on a district level, your committee chairs, your group leaders, your district governor. I am a phone call away, a text away, a click of a mouse away. Reach out to us. All those committee chairs and leaders, they share their experience and their knowledge with all of us. Don't let them be lonely. Reach out to them. And now, don't forget that we have this incredible, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to leap forward. I'm very excited about the opportunity that Rotary has presented me to lead, and also the opportunity that it has presented to you to change the face of it. Together, we can enter hyperdrive and make Rotary revolutionary, as Paul Harris asked us all back in 1945. This is going to be a challenging year. Not impossible, just different. But different's good. We all can learn how to shift to help others here and around the world. To go to our substance, to why we are created, to do service. Rotary is not just a club to join. It's an invitation to endless opportunities. Let's keep the Rotary wheel turning. Let's keep it spinning, which connects the world and opens more opportunities for all involved. And if only, and only if an opportunity doesn't knock, we will build the door. We are people of action. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. If you have questions for Diana, please unmute yourself and go ahead and pose your question. Susan?
Diana, I know you had talked to me about a possible meeting, youth meeting in late August. Is that still on the calendar?
Yes, that's the youth forum that I was mentioning, and that will be the very first one. Will be just young people, interactors, Rotaractors, Rylans, exchange students, and any other young person who's interested in the program. They will do the very first one. Will be brainstorming ideas and ways to continue the sustainable program that we wanna have for the next year, at least for the next year.
I see that Karen may be signing off. Karen, are you still there?
I am.
Okay, I wanted to ask, I need to talk to you at some point. I know that BU is coming back. And when I talked to Anya and the others, they say they're heading for campus.
Yeah, so what's happening now is students have been given the option of coming back. So, or remote or asynchronous. So I don't think we'll have a full understanding of how many students will actually be on campus till early September.
Okay, I wanted to talk to you about how we can, because we're the sponsoring club, what we could do to welcome our Rotaractors back to campus if they're coming back.
That would be great. Yeah, I think, I don't know if we should think about in person because the physical distancing is going to be.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be in person.
No.
Yeah, so I think using Zoom would be fabulous.
Right, and I think we would appreciate some guidance about what time would work for them, because I know noon has been challenging for them.
Yeah, that won't work. So an evening is always good. So 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock might be good. Not on a Thursday or Friday, so like a Tuesday or Wednesday might be our best bet.
Okay.
I was also thinking about a little welcome back basket for the e-board members, if they're going to be on
That'd
campus.
be great.
Just some school supplies, a mug, cocoa,
Chocolate.
whatever. Yeah. Ooh, we've got a
really
great chocolate place.
I would like to thank Diana for her inspiring words, and I would like to
Thank you.
make apologies for two of the board members who couldn't be at either meeting. One is Laura Walters, whose birthday it is and had all these things scheduled. And the other is Iggy Schwartzberg, who is right now in a business meeting. and making money, I guess, took precedence over hearing your inspiration. But anyway, I will take with me that we are people of action and that we have a definite purpose to do the things we do, and it can only be positive. And I really appreciate your coming and your sharing with us.
If I may, I would like to do $5 happy in honor of John and $5 happy in honor of Diana. May she have a good year.
With your help, yes. Karen, as you are on the call, is there something that you think that the Rotary Club, Boston University Rotary Club would need from us? And do you see any projects that we can do, you know, jointly with them?
Yes.
Anything, any suggestions, any comments, any ideas, any criticism? I am your person.
Well, one of the things that we've had a discussion about is finding something that can be done remotely, because, you know, they're usually hands-on, and
Yeah.
that's been challenging thinking about that. So they would like to work on projects that our Brookline Club or the district has set up. Again, I can't promise that the students are actually physically going to be able to do anything. But if you have something that they could do remotely, they'd love that. I think fundraising is going to be almost impossible for them at this point. So any kind of support to get some of those projects off the ground will be wonderful. But they really want to help our clubs.
They are a great group this year. Just a wonderful, wonderful group.
They're great. And one of the things we want to try to do is keep building leaders so that we are starting with freshmen and have them in the club for the duration of them being at BU.
I hear you, Karen, and I agree. Live fundraising is not anywhere as near the experience of online fundraising. That's for sure. No argument here. But in the circumstances, we just have to adapt. And I shared at the beginning of our meeting today, I'm actually hearing of many districts doing great with online fundraisers. People just learn to live life differently. Yes, maybe more kind of it might be more difficult and have some barriers, but we will together learn how to overcome the barriers. And you know, you work with young people and they're amazing. We can learn so much from them. And I'm pretty sure that they will be the first ones to jump on this online fundraising opportunity just because of their technical skills. So we will look into different options. I'm determined to bring, you know, someone or several people who have experience on online fundraising to share their knowledge, to teach us, and then we'll take it from there. First,
Thank you.
Baby steps.
Let me share with you let me share with you a project that we were doing face-to-face that we're pivoting to online. And I actually initiated it with Anne, who we all know from Women Thriving. And we have for the last 3 years been doing a healthy cooking program once a month with women who have low income that are in the Boston, Brookline area. And I'm working with one of my doctoral students in occupational therapy, who's a Rotaracker also, not on the board. And we've pivoted to make the meeting cooking program virtual using Zoom. And we'll kick it off in September. And evidently, some of the women in Women Thriving did something virtual, and it was very successful. So we're going to model it after that. You know, we really wish we could have the women on campus, but at least the fall, it's not doable. So we are pivoting with our ideas, and you're right, the students really understand technology, so it makes it easier to do that. But we welcome lots of projects.
Sharon has a comment. You mute yourself.
Unmute yourself.
One,
Yeah,
Karen, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Karen, I just chatted with you, and we don't need to go into it now, but I'm thinking about that shoe project that you kind of did do a lot of it remotely, and that would be actually wonderful for all of us that are more sedentary these days to participate in. We can talk about that later. The other thing is, Diana, Joyce and I don't know if Joyce got in touch with Christine Pena yet, but we're wondering, where is the district at in terms of for the kids that didn't attend RILA? They said they were going to do something for them this summer.
We just had a Zoom meeting the other day with group facilitators and program facilitators of RILA. You know, those are the juniors and the seniors of high school. And they were in touch with their groups of RILANs from the sophomore class. It didn't seem that the sophomore class RILANs, the ones that were supposed to go to the RILA weekend end of June, expressed a lot of interest in doing something, some sort of sessions or program online. They were actually more interested in the program that we are starting. You know, to get together and to share their experience of what are the challenges and the joys of living today's world, and move that to doing service projects with our Rotary members in our communities. Having said that, I'd like to again go back to the initial decision of RILA committee when they made the decision to cancel RILA. Well, not that they had a choice, but when they had to cancel RILA, they made a decision that for next year, clubs will have a choice to send the same students that they chose to participate in 2020 and to send them in 2021, providing that those students have the availability and they still want to do it. And if they still have openings, they can go to the sophomore class and choose more participants. So next year, RILA will be a combination of the sophomore class and junior class of the high schools. And that's not an unprecedented case. RILA all over the United States and the world has been a program for students, for young people from the age of 15 until the age of 30. So there are some RILA programs out there that are for young professionals, young adults. And we will just have the very first year next year having the sophomore class and the junior class. But we do have the contact information of RILA to be participants in this past June 2020. And when we start the youth forum in August, we will invite them all to participate. And if they choose, they will be more than welcome.
Great. Any other comments? Well, thank you very much. Diana, before we end, should we show them the fun video and maybe the song you'd like to exit with?
Wow.
Okay, we'll do that. Well, I might as well, since we've got his picture up, we might as well play
Hello,
this one
Diana.
too.
Congratulations on your installation as district governor. You have a good team behind you, and I look forward to hearing about your year as it progresses. Giselle and I are sorry we cannot attend your virtual installation, but we are with you in spirit. Best wishes.
And this is showing the diversity of ages of the people that we include in Rotary.
R-O-T-A-R-Y, that spells Rotary. R-O-T-A-R-Y is Lord of Leonard Sea. From north to south, from east to west, the prophet most over Saturdays. R-O-T-A-R-Y, that spells Rotary. R-O-T-A-R-Y, that spells Rotary. R-O-T-A-R-Y is one great family. Where friends unite for misery, where years must rise, its past to be. R-O-T-A-R-Y, that spells Rotary.
Don't you feel happy? You should. It's such an
Very good.
uplifting song, and the tune is so catchy. I was actually criticized in inverted commas by so many people that they couldn't go to bed that same night after the installation because the tune and the song was in their heads and they just couldn't relax enough to go to bed. So here I am. I started my year with a big criticism. But you know what? I will take that criticism anytime.
Great. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, John and Ursula. Thank you, Diana. Thank you.
Congratulations, Diana. Thank you. Congratulations, John.
Thank you.
Meeting
Bye,
adjourned.